Dear students, it is the third video for week 11 and we are talking about food and agriculture in Pakistan. In the previous videos, we came to know about the situation of food scarcity or shortage around the world, and especially in context to South Asia and Pakistan, the food security is rising higher. Well, and the only solution to food security is improvement of the agriculture. If we look at the statistics produced by the government of Pakistan plus the other international agencies, it is said that almost one third of the population in Pakistan is under the poverty line. In rural areas, food poverty is higher, about 30%, and in urban areas it is 26%. And the food availability is generally halted by certain elements like population growth, climate change, natural disasters, war, and civil unrest. Looking at the Pakistani economy, we can say that in dire circumstances, in pressing hours, agriculture is really the sector which have saved Pakistan previously, and it has the potential to save Pakistan right now. Dear students, agriculture plays a very vital role in food security, poverty reduction, industrial revolution, and the economic growth of Pakistan. Well, how agriculture achieves all these ends? Let's, for example, primarily food items in Pakistan include number one, wheat and the byproducts of the wheat, and similarly on next we have, for example, cattle's livestock. Clear? We use the meat and the proteins from the livestock, being cows, goats, sheep, camels, buffaloes, and plus this their skin also is a contributor in the leather industry. Sialkot and Kasur are the major areas where the leather products are designed and they are exported to the international market. Okay, then comes fiber, clothing. Clear? And cotton are one of the very important cash crop of Pakistan, contributes in the industrial development. Pakistan is one of the leading nation in the world for the cotton and fabrics and others, and all it is possible due to the agriculture. And overall estimate that the 70% of the foreign exchange reserves of Pakistan are been achieved by this factor. Clear? But there are certain other things that are now halting our progress. Actually, the economic growth is proportionated or is linked with the energy resources, labor, international market, plus the havoc like shortage of water, climate change. It is also affecting on the certain productions of Pakistan or certain crops. Dear students, now we have to look on the crop situation or the major crops through which Pakistan earns a lot. Clear? The major crops of Pakistan, they include the major crops include wheat, rice, cotton, sugarcane, and the maize. And these crops add up almost 24% of the overall GDP. Value added and 4.67% of the GDP is produced by these crops. Clear? And then are the minor crops. They include bajra, jawar, mash, gram. Clear? And then are the other minor crops like potatoes, tomatoes, chili, garlic. These are also very important, and especially these minor crops that I have just expressed, like tomatoes, garlic, onion, they are very important, and we have experienced that in certain times these crops which are not given more importance are a great source of income, especially in last 4 months or three. We have seen that there was a dire requirement of the tomatoes in the market, and it was hyped in media like a tomato scam. Well, we now look in one and one by the crops. Wheat is the most widely demanded food grain in the world, and wheat is the largest grain crop and a cash crop in Pakistan. It contributes almost 3.1% of the GDP. The wheat is grown in larger range areas, and it requires plenty of water in the beginning, but later on the quantity and supply of the water is reduced, and but the land have to be moistured. These are little bit technical terms related to agriculture. Well, Pakistan is the 10th largest wheat producer in the world, and almost this wheat is the major food source of food and energy for the common man in Pakistan. It is estimated that almost 125 kg wheat or flour is consumed by every common person yearly. Well, wheat almost is the central position in agriculture policies of the government, and often our country have to face the shortage of wheat in certain areas. Although it is a conspiracy theory, or it is assumed that some people uh, they store it illegally, or sometimes the wheat is smuggled to the other areas, and often the government uh, it herself shares it with the neighboring countries. But whatsoever is, it is requirement that the wheat crop should be given proper attention. The farmers must be trained, and the harvest is to be preserved. In the wheat season, special uh, cons- concession be made on purchasing the fertilizers, so that any type of food crisis or the floor crisis be tackled properly. Second is rice. Rice is one of the most important food staple and the cash crop for Pakistan. It is the second major crops after the wheat from the diet point of view, and it is also the major source of exchange of earning or making money after the cotton. And rice produce 0.6 in the GDP of the nation. Rice in Pakistan are cultivated in certain areas, and luckily Pakistan's rice are the best rice in the world, and the environment of Pakistan contributes a lot. We divide the rice areas into different zones. Zone 1, northern mountain areas, or the northern mountain areas, where the variety of rice is grown, and because there is plenty of water, although the fields are not very large, but the output is best. Zone 2, it is between the two rivers Ravi and Chenab, especially Punjab areas, and here the environment is subtropical climate, and these areas are rich, including Gujranwala, Hafzabad, Chiniot, Sheikhupura. There is plenty of rice is grown. Zone 3 is the area linked with the west bank of Indus River, and these areas including of KPK. Well, Pakistan is the fourth largest producer of the rice in the world. Rice is exported to Middle East and other countries where it is liked as a major diet also. Then cotton. Cotton is the most important cash crop for Pakistan. Pakistan is the fourth largest producer and the third largest consumer of the cotton in the world. The cotton plays a very important role in the textile industry of Pakistan, which is the major source of income. It is estimated that 55% of the earning is made out of the textile, and Pakistan is the third largest exporter of the raw cotton and 9th% of the global, which is the 9th% of the global textile industry. But unfortunately, we couldn't get benefit from this extraordinary gift of Almighty Allah. Pakistan economy has sustained much on textile industry, and we have a full-length ministry to look after these interests. But for last 1.5 decade, the political situation and instability, money laundering, corruption, and mistrust disappointed many of the investors and the industrialists. They shifted their investment and industry to Bangladesh, where they have been provided with much more facilities, and now Bangladesh is exceeding in textile industry. Well, next is sugarcane. Sugarcane is also a high value cash crop, and it is very important for the sugar related industries like different kind of sweets, toffees, confectioneries, and other things. It is widely used. Pakistan is it is the second largest cash crop for Pakistan and adds almost 3.6% in GDP of Pakistan. Pakistan is the fifth largest producer of the sugarcane in the world. Sugarcane primarily is cultivated in hot and semi-humid areas, and therefore the areas like Sargodha, Khushab, Rahim Yar Khan, Bahawalpur, and this belt is a very is quite best for producing the top quality sugarcane. But in this way, we cannot forget the quality of sugarcane produced in KPK, especially Mardan, Nowshera, Sawabi, Peshawar, and the affiliated areas. Next is maize, known as makai, is a significant food grain, and there are lots of food products are prepared from this. Also, the protein, oil extracted from maize is considered better for health. It controls the cholesterol. Maize contributes almost 2.2% to the value added in agriculture and 0.4% in the GDP. Pakistan is the fourth largest producer of maize, and maize is a kharif crop, it is cultivated in monsoon. Maize has another very important role the agriculture sector, that it is not only a food for human beings but also is a source of food like animal feed for the livestock and poultry. In short, maize is really a crop that helps the farmers and other food industries to produce cooking oils and etc. Minor crops are jawar, bajra, barley and mustard. In some areas, barley is also a major crop in the semi-arid areas. Minor crops are very important because jawar, bajra, barley and mustard, these are a very major element for the livestock because the farmers use them as for animal feed. Also, uh, like mustard and soya, these crops are used to extract protein in oil. Uh, Tobacco is very important, and in northern areas, tobacco is cultivated also. Tobacco is used traditionally in hookah. These minor crops, including dal like masoor and others, these minor crops are also a big source of energy and food. Clear? Like without chili, onion, and other uh, grocery items, the food cannot be imagined, at least in Pakistan. Dear students, we have covered that agriculture has a greatest potential to meet all types of economical challenges, food crisis, and the only thing we need is to look after and research in agriculture and especially save these crops and produce them properly. Thank you very much.